At the end of episode 2, I rolled a brand new chunk, and it was the one chunk that I didn't really want just because this is the longest of the earliest chunks I can get. Now the reason for this is some of the drop rates are 1 in 1,458 up to 1 in 2,731. However, I have now unlocked some new skills in farming with the one farm patch, and I may also be able to get the bronze crossbow and therefore use all of those bolts that I've accumulated over time. So for what I assume to be upwards of about 4,000 or 5,000 kills, let's get straight into episode 3. So the first thing I'm going to do in this new chunk is buy the equipment to start the skill I've just unlocked, which is of course farming. I do anticipate that I'll rake this patch quite a lot. I imagine I'll be here for a lot, so I could get 10, 15, 20 farming from this potentially. So this little corner with all these lovely little adventurers is going to be my new home. I might as well camp out with them. The giant rat's here, the unicorn is here, and this goblin is here. Now you're probably thinking, why am I making such a big deal about a level 5 goblin? It's just because of the herb drops. It's a 1 in 2,731 for the Lanstein and the dwarf weed. I'm going to be here for quite a long time on a level 5 goblin. So you will see I have killed one rat for the rat meat, I buried the bones, but I also killed a goblin and it counted towards the level 1, level 2 goblin loot tracker. So I've had to remove that, get rid of it and start again from the level 5s. So let's not be fooled by the 1 GP. It's not the 1 in 128 like it is on the other goblins. It's only 1 in 3 here. However, there's much rarer loots on this drop table. 1 in 2,731 for the dwarf weed and Landstein, as I mentioned before, a 1 in 2,048 for the Cantadine. It's ridiculous, alright? But there are some cool stuff I can get. Some grapes to cook in, a red cape, which could be the first cape of the account. And weirdly, I would say the most important thing could be the tin ore. If I get enough of that to the point where I can get enough smithing to unlock the crossbow, that would be great for more combat experience. And there is the first cape of the account. Now I'm not going to do cape season because that's already been done almost too many times, but it's quite a cool thing to have the first cape, and it kind of matches the trim on the little hat, so I like to think I look pretty damn cool right now for this absolute champion of a person. So this might, I do think this is the first clue step I can do. Now I know I should probably juggle these, however I kind of want to test just the 1-step luck on the beginner, because you can get one steps in this, and I think that's the most likely chance I have of doing one. If not, of course I could just juggle and wait until I get 2 steps of either the same one or 2 or 3 steps. I think the hands one I can do, the Lumbridge cook one I could do, and I think there's perhaps one in the castle. I'm not too sure, but I could certainly do 2 steps. So I am just running to do that clue step, and I saw the mugger here and thought, do you know what, I'm gonna probably have to kill like upwards of 1,000 of you, so let's just get one out of the way with, and some more bronze. I'm gonna have a lot of bronze bolts before I get this crossbow. I'm telling you, so many. Okay, this is Hans. Spoke to. It's not a 1-step, which is frustrating, so I probably won't be able to do it. And yeah, there you go. I can't go there, so it's just going to be a drop. I will probably juggle the next couple that I get in the hopes that I just get one beginner clue done in these 2 chunks. So once I get this kill, that will be kill number 100. And as you can see, I've not really been blessed with too much. A couple of runes, which is alright. 1 tin ore, which I do want more than that, but I'm under the drop rate, so I can't complain too much. 6 clue scrolls spread over, of course, 2 easies for beginners. Now, it's decent. It's not bad. I mean, for 100 KC, it's really not bad. Kill number 100 is okay. Kill number 100 coming in clutch, because a nice little Avanto to the list is always nice. And as you can see on here, I'm not really much in it. I've got a lot of the coin drops, but that's a given. But kind of missing out on the harder stuff. So it's going to be quite boring and tedious just to kill the same thing for these small drops. But that's kind of what I expected with this account at least. So KC172 gives me a nice little Marantil, which I genuinely thought I would have got a while ago. I'm also going to try and stack as many hammers as possible because they're so common, and I think a hammer collection could be pretty dope. It's just one of those weird items just to collect for the sake of it, I suppose. And with this rake comes the first of hopefully a few farming levels before I can actually plant any seeds, but level 2. So this is just my luck, where I get Taramine coins, Taramine. Now I know it's not the rarest drop, but it's the principle of, couldn't that be another herb with the same thing, or close drop rate, or just something that isn't another bucket Taramine within 3 kills. So I do have a nice little book of knowledge here, and I think that I will put this one into agility, next one into smithing, agility, smithing, so on and so forth. So this is the first clip I've actually recorded since I tested positive for COVID for the first time in 2.5 years, give or take. So this is the main reason it's taken a bit longer for the video to come out. I've just not been able to play, I've barely been able to talk, my focus has been non-existent, and even just clicking on the same thing over and over again, it seemed like a massive chore. But I think I'm 7 days, I tested positive again today, but very, very faintly, and I feel so much better, so I can now continue recording, continue killing goblins at least. So I mean, the main reason for the last clip, say, was 500 goblin kills, and I'm just going to take a break, you know, make some progress on the muggers and then go back to the goblins, because there's a few high killed monsters here that I'm gonna have to kill, so I'm not gonna sit there and just do one the whole time, because that would get very boring very quickly. Don't get me wrong, later on in the game where I should have to do it with like boss fights or things with better loots, I'm okay with that. It's just with these lower leveled bad drop stuff, it's just so tedious. It's not much, but it is another Renarweed. I don't actually mind getting these, because I know prayer bots at some point are going to be so important, even though I won't be able to get them for a very, 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 very long time, unless the chunks massively favour me, which I don't think is going to happen. So, level 3 farming anyone. This is how good the account is. Well, hey. So I've decided to take a quick little break from the killing 100 muggers and 500 goblins, as you can see, just to do some fletching. I have been selling the longbows, and I am now 15 fletching, but I've just been selling them just to get some GP, and of course the 1200 arrow shafts that I do have there as well. Another little, let's say, skilling break, but there's 15 feeding as well. I just kind of every episode I'll at least try and progress a new skill that isn't just combat skill. So 300 men pickpocket, there is 15 feeding to match that 15 fletching that I got a little earlier. I can do this clue step. I don't know whether to juggle it or let me juggle, because I've done one and I didn't juggle it, and I didn't get anywhere, but we'll juggle this and see if I can do one. Now this is actually a momentous day, and you'll see why when I deposit these 5 hammers. It'll be a 100 hammer count, and I'm going to continue to collect these and see just how many hammers I can get. So in typical dumb shit fashion, me and mushy COVID brain, I just forgot to pick up the clue scroll. I was going to juggle it, and I just completely forgot about it. I will get more. A nice little grimy Avanto. I am just waiting for the herbs now, and these are the drop rates are just ridiculous for the level 5 goblin, but rules be rules. So I am going to wrap up this episode here, just because it's been a while since I released episode 2 / to this one. My brain is COVID mush, and I'm kind of still not really with it in terms of focus and my voice and my throat and my cough. So it is a bit shorter, I do apologise, but the next episode I will make a much longer. Hopefully I'm feeling far better when get a load more kills, a load more drops, and a load more progression. If you did enjoy, please drop a like, comment, of course, please do subscribe, and if you want to add me in game, please be my guest. Add me and we can have a chat about whatever it is you wish.